Formal and informal register. Register in linguistics one of many styles or varieties of language determined by such factors as social location, purpose, and audience. Register is also used to indicate degrees of formality in language use. Formal styles, a broad term for speech and writing marked by an impersonal, objective, and precise use of language. Formal style is used in scholar books, articles, research papers, legal documents, and technical reports. Contrast with informal style. Informal style, a broad term for speech and writing marked by casual, familiar, and generally colloquial use of language. Difference between formal and informal English. Formal English occurs when the speaker is saying something that was prepared beforehand. A huge number of phrases and words are used in formal English. For example, nevertheless, to disclose, to constitute, anew, truly, and other words. Also, many but not all phrasal verbs are avoided in formal English. Informal English. It is used in everyday to personal conversation. Typically used in improvised speech when the speaker is not prepared a conversation. Because the informal English is improvised, it is slooping. So a speaker often do the following. Use the line expression to give themselves time, and correct expression to correct themselves. In the line expression, they use words like well and you know, and in correct expression, they use words like I mean to correct what they said before. Also, a huge number of phrases and words are used in informal English. For example, dude, freaking, knob, try out, and others. And phrasal verbs are usually used in informal situations. For example, people usually say found out instead of discovered, came across instead of encountered, got away instead of escape.
Examples: active and passive voice. Informal. A wall technician repaired the fall on 12th June. Now is your turn to pay us. Formal. Although the fall was repaired on 12th June, payment for this intervention has still not been received. In this case, passive voice is used in formal register. Phrasal verbs. Informal. The company let him off because he didn't work much. Formal. His insufficient production conduced to his dismissal. Direct and formulaic. Informal. I am sorry. I am happy to say that. Formal. We regret to inform you that. Formal. We have pleasure in announcing that. Personal form and nominators. Informal. If you lose it, then please contact us as soon as possible. Formal. Any loss of his document should be reported immediately. Exercise. The following sentences are mixed formal and informal. Write F for formal or I for informal in the brackets after each sentence.
Inflection mood subjunctive. In grammar, inflection is the modification of a word to express different grammatical categories, such as tense, mood, voice, aspect, gender, case, person, and number. Mood In verb inflection, the forms of a verb that indicates its manner of doing and being. In English, the forms are called indicative, imperative, and subjunctive. Indicative for direct statement or question. Imperative for command. And subjunctive for sentences suggesting doubt, condition, or a situation contrary to fact. A subjunctive mood is the verb form used to express a wish, a suggestion, or a condition that is contrary to fact. A verb in subjunctive mood may have different forms to one with the same subject which not in subjunctive mood. You can create subjunctive with where, have, if, and as though. Present subjunctive mood. In sentences in present subjunctive mood, the verb is always in singular and present tense form, even if the subject is in plural number and the tense is in past tense or future tense. In sentences in which you have used the verb is, are, was, were, will be, should have the root word be if they are in subjunctive mood. There are two ways in which sentences are formed in subjunctive mood. The first one is in formal phrases expressing a wish or a hope. For example, long live the Queen. God save the motherland. Yours beyond him. In these examples, the verb is in singular form and have the root word be. The other way is in a noun clauses indicating a desire, intention, or command. For example, the public had demanded that the flyover be constructed at the traffic junction, and the court ordered that the defendant pay the plaintiff a sum of $10,000. In this example, the verb is in singular and have the root word be. Past subjunctive mood. You haven't thought that the normal conjugation of the verb be in the present tense is I am, you are, he is, she is, they are. But in past subjunctive mood, the grammatical conjugation of the verb be in present tense is I were, you were, she were, they were. All the subject with the verb were. When the verb used is different from be, it is the past tense form of the verb. For example, stayed, gave, walk, walk. The past subjunctive is used in the following circumstances. First one is after the verb wish. For example, I wish I were the Prime Minister of India for a year. How I wish that Harvard University gave me the admission. In sentences describing contrary to fact situation. For example, if the earth were to rotate in the opposite direction, the sun would rise in the west. In sentences starting with as if and as though. For example, George tries me to order as I were his wife. William spends money as if had won the lottery. In sentences starting with is time. Sentences starting with is time indicate that it's already late to taking the indicate action. For example, the match will commence at 10 o'clock and it is time you got ready. It is already 9:30 and it is time we return home.
Examples. If I were in your position, I would do the same. The following verbs often attract to the subjunctive mood. Ask, command, demand, insist, order, recommend, suggest, and wish. Example. I wish it were still in use. In this case, it was become if it were. The verb recommend that the motion be paid immediately. In this case, motion is paid, becoming motion be paid. She suggests that Mark work full-time from Saturday. In this case, Mark works become in Mark work. The following adjectives often attract to the subjunctive mood: crucial, essential, important, imperative, and necessary. Example, it is imperative that the game begin at once. In this case, game begins become in game begin. Exercise. Choose the most appropriate answer.